Three, two, one. Hey, everybody, this is Victor. I am here with Zed. We're going to be talking about how Zed went from doing 5 deals at once to continuing to scale. If you recall, we had Zed on here like 3, 4 months ago. So I just want to do an update, see where he's going, where he's been, what he's learned, just to kind of get an update and catch up with him as he's been continuing to grow his flipping business. How are you doing, Zed?
Good. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad we could reconnect. I'm glad we could chat, and just you've been through a lot in the last 4 months in a good way, where you've learned a ton and you've improved a ton and just taken your business to the next level, which is super exciting. I'd love to dive into it, and so yeah, let's update us. Like, what's happened in the last couple months since we last spoke?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for all your insight, all your mentorship. I want to take a moment and do that because definitely it was just, to be honest, a bless for me. Maybe yeah, I thought that I know what I'm doing, which is yeah, it was somehow, but with your insight, it just instructed me or directed me. That's the right word I want to use. Directed me to the way it should be. Okay, and I was bouncing up and down, and sometimes is not working well to where I wanted to work. So just thank you for that.
Happy to help.
And I guess from the last time I was doing one the last interview or the last time that we talked, I was doing one per quarter or every while, and then I started to do like multi deals in the same time. I got to the point I was doing 4 and 5 in the same time, and now I just keep doing it, and that's even more challenging, to be honest. It's definitely, I've been a lot of it be challenges for me. It just between the funding part, the construction part, follow up system, and all these stuff. So for example, we're wrapping up with 2 deals right now, as we talk, to list it for a market, and that these 2 deals should be listed or should be done a while ago, but just because of the construction part was have problem with contractors and have to do the replacement for these projects, and we hold it for a while.
Mhm.
And we got one on market is already under contract, so we're
Awesome.
supposed to be closing in hopefully in a few weeks. This one, it's out of the norms, not the one we kind of work on in depth. The other one, it's just more the agent, that the buyer agent had to go above and beyond, so to get their offer accepted, and they were FHA, but they put no inspection,
Oh, really?
which is like usually financing, the people, like the buyer, they put inspection, but they put no inspection, and all the FHA expenses and all that stuff on the buyer, whatever repairs,
Hmm.
and just to guarantee that they get their offer accepted. And then we just also got two properties under contract to buy them, so we can close them.
You've been busy. That's crazy. I know. So you sold one. Um, you sold that one and closed like a week or two ago. You put a new one under contract to sell, and now you have 2 more to buy. So you've been really busy. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
I think I think I'm instead the key. If I the key is to work for my business and my team, not to work myself in it and for
Hmm.
myself.
Yeah,
That's the way I think about it right now.
I
And
really
and
yeah, I really
yeah,
like that. Work on the business, not in the business. What about like how do you feel about the entire process? Do you feel like you're more confident now and how you can handle a flip and how you can handle a renovation, or how do you feel now versus 6 months ago or a year ago?
Oh, let me switch that. There is a
Okay,
light.
you're good.
So, well, definitely, I think the process itself, if I can summarize how I was just jumping around, jumping around, and my days is just crazy, and still a little bit, but more organized. So, I think my number one is, plus, finding a deal is construction. I was scaling with the contractor in the wrong way. That's one of the things that, so I want to take my business to the next level, but I was not scaling with the contractor or construction team in the right way. So that kind of hurted me. I was, going to take more deals, and even the type of deals, it was in the right way. Sometimes that's hurt me as well. And then there's the construction part, or the contractor that I'm working with is not really solid. So I was moving forward, but it wasn't really in the right direction. So after a while, it was hurting me. The deal, it wasn't perfect, and also the contractor. So, for example, I think we talked about one contractor. They got themselves, and in a like they got into bad health situation, and they broke their leg or their back, and then the next thing, and instead of they try to take advantage of the process, and keep delaying, keep not doing the right work, and all that stuff. So that kind of frustrated me, to be honest, and it wasn't really healthy for me, because I think it was my mistake, to be honest. I scaled with them. I think they started with the project, and then I said, like, hey, they're good. Let me work with them with another project, and so on. And that was kind of my mistake. So I should start with them at least a small job, and then like really partial job, and then then handle them maybe like half of remodel or light remodel, then maybe full remodel, and so on. That's kind of part of it.
No, I think that's spot on. A lot of folks, and I've made this mistake too, where you just try to jump up and scale too quickly. You're like, oh, okay, I got this one guy for a little job. Let's give him, a lot of projects at once. So I totally get where you're coming from. Like that's a mistake I've made too, where you have to do the opposite. Like, okay, here's a little job. Okay, here's a bigger job. Okay, here's another bigger job. And just like it happened with you, and it's unfortunate. It's also really rare, but like he had a health issue and he couldn't perform on those two projects you gave him, so you had to find someone else. Where are you at now? Like I think you have a really good contractor who can handle all your deals, handle your projects, and like you guys have a good working relationship. I'd love to hear more about that and share more with the listeners about that sort of contractor relationship you have now.
Well, yeah, I guess I can say, or I believe I can say I'm blessed with the current team we have. We start to work together last August, basically August 2020, and we're still going till now. And they saved me on the other projects that it couldn't be done by the other contractor. So the other team, or the contractor, we're keep scaling that team, and we're keep working on making that team having more skill traits, more people into it, instead jumping around. I'm working with different contractors. I'm working with one. Could be, I'm gonna build another team or two, but right now we have kind of I don't want to say part owner partnership, but it's more kind of we work with each other like more partners,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then we have the project manager contractor, and then we bring all these other contractors and subcontractors. However, this team, it's they're working with me
Mm-hmm.
exclusively, or yeah, it's like only with me right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I just have to make sure that I bring them the deals right now. So I focus on more funding and more
Mm-hmm.
getting deals acquisition part, and they focus on the construction part, and that's why I we're in a way we're a team, we're partners, you know. So they focus on site, I focus on more off site or the deals part. Yeah.
No, that's huge, and that's a thing that as people do more deals, they realize like they have to take stuff off their plate. They can't be out there literally doing everything. Like you can't do renovation and raising money for the deal and finding deals and selling the deal, and you can't be literally doing everything out there. So this sort of setup that you have is really smart, where like he handles his portion of it. You handle your portion of it, and you're going to be doing higher level or like higher revenue generating activities. It's like finding deals. That's a big thing where you can make 20, 30, 40,000 plus net profit. And then he's focusing on, I don't want to say lower level, but like lower dollar value items. Like the stuff he's working on is, $50, $60 an hour work. And then you're focusing on, $100, $500, $1,000 an hour work.
Exactly. And that's part of it, you know. Some people that they say it's hard to find deals, it's hard to you know how the market is, it's right now, especially in Michigan, Metro Detroit area.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's super crazy, and offers getting like, not all the areas, but let's say, easy 5 and 10,000, but easy more of a $30,000 and in a more higher level or a type of areas, let's say, or A or B type of areas. So finding deals is difficult. Market's crazy, and having the time and dedication to do that. If you're involved in the on-site construction, finding contractor, putting the list, scope of work, doing the contract, following up, bringing materials, and all that stuff, you're not gonna have time to do all the rest. So with your instructions, with what I learned from you, I think is more, focus on not only on the business, focus on what I'm passionate about, and then do that little thing, and then delegate other stuff to other people, and how the ability to manage them, to lead them, to direct them. That's the key. Now I have time, like every morning I go through the deals. Deals start to come to me, instead I go like I go to catch deals, try to get organic or direct, or I do some prospecting, but not too much. I need to spend more on it, but to spend more time on it, I have to take care of the rest stuff. So yeah, I'm right now in the process of securing more better funding terms, and then securing better quality deals, so I can transfer, or I can provide or feed my construction team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not about me anymore. It's about the business.
It's about the team. No, I like that.
About
Yeah.
team.
And just like you said, like, yes, it is harder to get deals now, but you're still getting deals. Like you've got the 2 that you're working on closing here pretty soon. So just because you're focusing on the right things, like you're still able to get deals. So I think that's huge. No, that's fantastic. And then you'll find out, and this is another good lesson here, where like in your business, people think like you get to a certain level and everything's perfect in the business. It's it's never like that. It's almost like there's always a portion of the business you're working on. Like, okay, I need to work on the renovation side, or I need to work on like how to get deals. Like there's a machine, like the business machine, there's always one piece that's broken. So you fix that piece. Okay, now this other piece is broken. Okay, fix that piece. And that goes on forever. So you're fixing the like, how do I get deals kind of portion of it. So that's common.
It's funny how you said it, because it's so true, and I want to give example in a different way, from health standpoint. Long story short, I always have problem with my left shoulders and right here, and also the neck and back. But the left shoulder is the key, you know, that's where the main pain. Almost 7 months ago, you know, I'm not a big fan of physical therapy, but finally I got myself into believing that's, you know, the route. And, you know, finally I got instructed or directed to the right one. Okay, because I would going, you know, to different many stuff, but it doesn't work. It's like the contractor, you know. So she was the physical therapist. She was working with on my shoulder for almost 7 months, you know. And lots of people, maybe they don't know it. You know, I've been going like 3-4 times a week, early morning, you know, to do my physical therapy. And you know, as soon as you start to fix the shoulder part, start to figure out the upper, like the neck shoulder part here, where's the other problem. And she fixed that, and then she started we start to know that there's another problem, like next to the center of my back, and so on. You know, so yeah, it's about, you know, fixing that problem. Like you just said in a really way that remember me with my shoulder case right now. So it's so right, you know, like you know, I got the construction part a little bit, you know, maybe not 100%, but let's keep going. Now I'm fixing, or I'm solving the problem, or I'm helping the business in a different direction, and keep going.
That's fantastic. Yeah, well, fantastic. So I know I asked you this last time, but would you recommend others work with me as well?
Absolutely. I mean, it's a bless for me to get to know you. First of all, you're, I don't know, you how to it's not only a recommendation, like you're a great person. You're a person that even we haven't really in person met, but
That's
it's
right.
all through virtual. But you're such a really great person, very fun to work with, you're peaceful. I don't know how to, very blessed to work with you, because you know, you gave me the direction and instructions to lots of keys that I was overwhelming myself, and I was not doing it the right way, and I was just you know, being in the business, being inside the business, and not see it from different directions. So you were able to let me do that, and then basically from there, you know, I started to go to the right direction. That's what I feel right now. So yeah, definitely I recommend people to that work with you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't even realize until you mentioned, like, yeah, I guess we haven't met each other in person. We will soon. I know it'll happen, but it just
Yeah.
hasn't happened yet. But I'm
Uh-huh.
looking forward to that. That'll be really cool and really fun. So, like, as we wrap up here, like, why should someone listening take action now?
Because if they want to be, you know, if they want to do it, so they should take action right now. And I'm working on the personal. I think you noticed that I'm working on my personal structure and lifestyle as well. And I think people, if people who follow me or friends of me on social media, they start to see my videos on social media lately. And some people are like, what's going on, Zad? So these three, four words that I'm all the time right now. No excuses, no blame, no fears, and take action right now. So it's if
Yeah.
something I think about it, as I take action right now. I don't
Yeah.
yeah, right now.
I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So what? No excuses, no blame, no fear. I'd reword your last one if you don't mind me providing some input, like no delays or something like that, or no hesitation. So I don't know. You can play
Yeah,
around with that, but
yeah.
cool. I like it. Yeah, that's really cool. That's great. Well, fantastic. Well, again, I do appreciate you taking the time to do this. This has been super helpful. Just to see your update, and you've been doing fantastic, and doing flips, buying flips, selling flips. That's really good, and just excited to see where you're going to be at a year from now, 5 years from now, all that good stuff. Any final thoughts as we wrap up here?
I don't think so, to be honest. I just, I'm glad that we have that connection and uh, partnership or friendship, and then we're gonna just keep following with each other, asking about each other, and I'm sure we're gonna do more. Um, in some form, we're gonna do more partnership or businesses
Mhm.
in a way. I really just I want to advise people to take action and be networking with people that been doing it, and they have the experience, because it just if you think you're wasting your time or your money that
Mm,
on something, instead of thinking about it and keep doing it, not getting an action or a result there for 6 months or 8 months, and it just no results. You could be having one deal in a 1 or 2 months and get you that profit of 15, 25, 35, sometimes even more, and save you all the headache, and also, and it's not also saving headache, for some, it just pay you back in just no time.
mhm.
Yeah.
No, that's spot on. It's not always me helping folks like, hey, getting from 0 to 1, because in your case, it was more like one to many was the help. And the
Yeah.
thing is, like, you 100% could have done on your own. There's no doubt about that. But just cutting that learning curve, so it didn't take you, a year or 2 years to get to where you're at now, but it took you whatever 3 months, or it took you,
Yeah, three,
4 months.
4 months, and
And there's value in that. There's a ton of
oh
value.
yeah, oh yeah.
I don't got to waste time. And just like you said, the headache too, that's a big portion of it too. Like, would you pay, X amount of dollars to have no headache and to be confident about it? And it depends. Some people say yes, some people say no, but just shortening that learning curve is huge as well.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Cool. Fantastic. Well, thanks again. I appreciate it. Looking forward to doing one of these in the future. Maybe, once Zed hits 7 figures, or, whatever, what's the next milestone, but
Not
looking
sure.
forward to it. And again, I appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.